I'm gonna be real with you. Most guys are walking around completely blind to the psychology of attraction. Think about the classic nice guy. He sends those super thoughtful texts and gets these polite, but kinda distant replies back. He's always available, always the supportive shoulder to cry on, and he's always stuck in the friend zone. He thinks being reliable and sweet is the key, but it just makes him forgettable. But what if I told you there are a few simple psychological secrets that can completely flip that script? He could go from the guy she'll text back when she has a minute to the one she literally can't stop thinking about. In this video, I'm going to pull back the curtain on those 7 secrets. This isn't about manipulation or playing games. That stuff is immature, and intelligent women see right through it. This is about understanding the deep, unspoken currents of attraction that most men will never, ever know. Once you master these, you'll shift from being just another predictable option to an unforgettable presence in her mind. All right, secret number 1, and this one is so powerful, but it's completely misunderstood: intermittent validation. Here's the nice guy mistake: being a constant, 24/7 fountain of praise and attention. He texts back in 2 seconds flat. He likes every single photo she posts. He showers her with compliments for literally everything. He thinks this constant validation will make her like him more, but it does the exact opposite. It becomes expected. It gets boring. Constant praise has a diminishing return. Her brain gets used to it, and the emotional hit just fades away. The man she becomes obsessed with understands a wild psychological principle called intermittent reinforcement. It's the same thing that makes a slot machine so addictive. You don't win every time. The reward is unpredictable, and that's what makes it so thrilling. Your brain's pleasure chemical, dopamine, isn't just released when you get the reward, it's released in anticipation of it. So, instead of being a predictable compliment machine, you become an unpredictable source of genuine validation. Sometimes, you respond to her texts right away with tons of warmth. Other times, you're actually busy, and it takes you a few hours. You don't praise every single thing she does, but when you do give a compliment, it's specific, genuine, and it hits hard. This makes your attention feel like a reward, not something she's entitled to. It keeps her guessing, it keeps her intrigued, and it keeps her thinking about you, wondering when that next win is going to come. Okay, secret number 2 is mastering emotional contrast. This one is huge. Most guys operate on a completely flat emotional line. They're always the nice guy, or always the funny guy, or always the serious guy. They're one-dimensional. A woman might find a nice man comforting, but let's be real, comfort rarely sparks that deep, obsessive attraction. She feels safe, but she doesn't feel alive. The man she can't get out of her head is multidimensional. He creates an emotional roller coaster, this dynamic push and pull that makes just being around him an experience. Now, this is not about being hot and cold or acting like a jerk. That's a manipulative game that smart women will call you out on immediately. True emotional contrast is about showing you have a full range of character. You can be playful and tease her about her weird taste in music 1 minute, and then become deeply present and listen with this intense focus when she's talking about something serious. You can be lighthearted and fun, and then, when it matters, you can be calm, decisive, and a total pillar of strength. This contrast shows her you're not some flat character. You have depth. It shows her you can handle the full spectrum of life, and, because of that, she feels you can handle the full spectrum of her. By creating this tension and release, moving from playful to serious, from detached to deeply connected, you stimulate her emotions in a way that is profoundly memorable. She never quite knows which side of you she's going to get, and that makes her obsessed with experiencing all of them. All right, secret number 3 is what I call calculated mystery. The nice guy is a completely open book. First date, he lays it all out: his entire life story, his past breakups, his deepest fears, everything. He thinks that being super vulnerable is how you build a connection. And it can be, but when you give it all away for free on day 1, you kill all the intrigue. If there's no puzzle left to solve, there's no reason for her to keep thinking about it. Humans are wired for curiosity. Our brains are literally designed to want to figure things out and fill in the blanks. When you reveal everything at once, You rob her of the joy of discovering who you are. The man who creates that obsession knows that mystery isn't about being deceptive or secretive, it's about controlling the flow of information. It's about leaving a little space for her to wonder. You do this by not oversharing. When she asks about your past, give her a compelling snapshot, not the whole photo album. Hint at interesting stories without giving away the ending. Answer her questions, but leave a few threads open for later. Let her slowly uncover who you are, piece by piece. This gradual reveal makes her feel like she's earning your trust. Every new thing she learns about you feels like a reward, a small victory in the process of figuring you out. She becomes emotionally invested in your story, and because she can't get it all at once, she becomes obsessed with putting the whole puzzle together. Secret number 4 is the psychological powerhouse of perceived scarcity. It's a fundamental law of human nature. We automatically place more value on things that are rare or difficult to get. The nice guy makes himself infinitely available. He'll cancel plans with his buddies at a moment's notice if she asks to hang out. His time, his attention, it's all on a silver platter for her. And because it's always available, it just feels less valuable. The man she obsesses over applies the scarcity principle to himself. And again, this isn't about playing hard to get. That's a game. This is about actually having a life. His time is genuinely scarce because he's busy building his business, he's pursuing his hobbies, he's spending time with his friends and family. He has a purpose that is bigger than just winning over one person. When you show that your time and attention are valuable resources, she'll start to treat them that way. You can't always be available because you have your own mission. You can't always see her this weekend because you already made other commitments. This isn't a tactic, it's a reflection of a high-value life. By having boundaries and a purpose outside of her, you create a natural sense of scarcity. She realizes that time with you is a privilege, not a guarantee, and that makes her value it and you so much more. Okay, secret number 5 is about moving from cheap praise to what I call selective validation. The average guy gives out these cheap, generic compliments. You're beautiful. You're so nice. The intention is good, but let's be honest, they're boring. They could be said to literally anyone, and because of that, they have almost no impact. They feel like a script, not a real thought. The man who truly captivates her gets the power of specific, selective validation. Instead of complimenting her on something obvious that she's heard 1,000 times, like her looks, he validates a unique part of her that most people don't even see. This shows you're not just looking at her, you're actually seeing her. So, pay attention. Does she have this fierce, nerdy passion for her work? A uniquely witty, almost sarcastic sense of humor? An incredible eye for style that goes way beyond just being well-dressed? Validate that. A compliment like, "I really admire how your eyes light up when you talk about your work. It's genuinely inspiring," is 1,000 times more powerful than "you're so smart." It's massive. Specific compliments like that make a person feel uniquely seen and appreciated. This kind of focused attention sends an insane message. I'm not just attracted to your surface, I'm captivated by your substance. It makes her feel understood in a way that few people ever take the time to do. This kind of validation is rare, and it creates a deep, almost addictive bond. Secret number 6 is the subtle art of future projection. And I need to be clear here. This is not about making grand promises of marriage or a white picket fence on the 3rd date. That's just desperate, and it puts a crazy amount of pressure on her. Instead, this is about subtly planting seeds of a shared future in her mind, creating a sense of anticipation for what could come. The nice guy is totally stuck in the present. His conversations are all about today or maybe this weekend. He's afraid to even hint at the future because he doesn't want to seem needy. The man who creates obsession uses language that paints a picture of future shared experiences, but without making any concrete promises. You can do this so casually in conversation. For example, if she mentioned she loves hiking, you could say something like, "Imagine how much fun we'd have exploring that trail up the coast together one day." Or if you're talking about a movie, "I can just see us geeking out about that together." The key phrases are imagine and one day. They are super low pressure, but incredibly evocative. This does 2 things. First, it gets her to mentally rehearse being with you in the future, which builds up her emotional investment. Second, it shows you're interested in the long term without being needy. You're not asking her for a commitment. You're co-creating this compelling vision that she starts to want all on her own. She begins to see a future with you not just as a possibility, but as an exciting inevitability she can't wait for.
The seventh and final secret is the foundation for everything else we've talked about: emotional independence. A lot of guys mistakenly think that attraction is built on need. They think if she sees how much he needs her, she'll feel valuable. In reality, neediness is the ultimate attraction killer. Women are not drawn to a man they have to emotionally babysit. They are powerfully, almost magnetically, drawn to a man who is an emotional rock, someone whose happiness and self-worth come from within, not from her approval. Emotional independence means you are not relying on her for your happiness. You are whole and complete all on your own. You are with her because you want to be, not because you need to be. This is a critical distinction. It doesn't mean you're cold or detached. It means you are emotionally stable. You have strong boundaries. You have this quiet confidence that your world isn't going to fall apart if she takes a few hours to text you back. When a woman feels that you don't need her approval, it paradoxically makes her want to earn it even more. Your emotional stability makes you a safe harbor in a chaotic world. She feels like she can be herself around you without the burden of having to manage your emotions. This is the ultimate high-value trait. It's the quiet confidence that radiates from a man who knows his own worth. So there you have it. These 7 secrets are not tricks. They are deep psychological principles that shift you from being the one who's always chasing to the one who is chosen. It starts with intermittent validation, creating that addictive reward. It builds with emotional contrast, making you a memorable experience. You fuel it with calculated mystery, making her want to uncover your depths. You amplify it with perceived scarcity, proving your time is valuable. You deepen it with selective validation, making her feel truly seen. You guide it with future projection, painting a future she starts to desire. And you anchor it all with emotional independence, the ultimate sign of a high-value man. Stop being the nice guy she forgets, and start being the man she can't stop thinking about. It's not about changing who you are. It's about understanding the psychology of what makes you unforgettable.
Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these 7 secrets was the biggest aha moment for you? Leave a comment below. And if you're enjoying this and want more secrets to master attraction and build real confidence, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. It helps the channel more than you know.